Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So in today's video, I'm going to start a new series. Hopefully this one is a little bit more interesting for you guys. I was browsing on YouTube for the past couple weeks and I was just trying to make sure that I wasn't copying anybody. The idea is definitely very similar to a few other girls that I've seen do it. I wanted to basically bring in new, really popular products, talk about them, do my first impression, do a quick review, show you guys swatches, basically just talk all about it. So if any of you guys are in the market for buying something, you guys can get a real honest review before you go out and spend the money. So this is something that I want to call hit or miss. I just really feel like I've tried so many products and I have a lot of insight on what's really good and what's not and what you guys need in your kit versus some things that I just will recommend that you guys should skip out on. The main reason I wanted to do this is because there's nothing worse than spending money on a product, getting home, playing around with it, and then hating it and just letting it sit in your drawer for months and months and months. So today I figured what better product to start with than the new Anastasia Cream Contour and Highlight Kits. These I got in the mail like 2 weeks ago. I posted a picture when I first got them and that day I played around a little bit with it. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't too fond of them at first. It just seemed very lightweight and I wasn't too sure about the colors. I'm gonna show you guys a demo right after I'm done talking about the product. That way you can see how I created this look right here. I started this look out with just primer, foundation, concealer, and then I already had my eyes done, of course, because I just wanted to show you guys kind of the kit in action. Also talk about how I feel about it as I go. So if you guys wanted to see that, stay tuned to the end of the video for that. So first let's talk about pros. The one thing that I immediately noticed about this product was it's super creamy and it blends really easy. So one thing that I found with cream contour products, I've literally tried a bajillion of them, is some of them can be harder to blend. If some of you guys are just starting out with contour highlight, it's great to find a product that's really blendable, that's easy, so you don't have any sharp lines, it doesn't look all messy. It's going to be a lot easier for you guys to kind of work with. So that is one thing that I do love about these kits. I only tried out personally the light and medium kit, which are these two right here. I had a spray tan about 2 weeks ago when I first got the kit, so I had tried out the medium kit. I used this shade, this shade, this shade, and then I actually used this shade instead of using it as a corrector, which I believe that is what it's for. I used it as a cream blush, which was really cool. It gave you a really creamy, nice finish. But the only thing that I have to say is that with cream contour and highlight, you always have to set it with a powder. That way it's not slipping and sliding all over your face. So I mean, if you're going to be investing in a kit like this, you're going to also kind of need to invest in some sort of setting powder, whether it be the Laura Mercier setting powder that I talked about in my last video, or if you want to get the highlight and contour kit that has some cooler tones and different shade contour and highlight colors. So that's really up to you guys. One thing that I love about the light kit is that it has the banana color, the vanilla color, and then the cool pink. So it's going to have your warms, your neutrals, and your cooler tones. So depending on your skin tone, this is really versatile. Besides the highlight colors, I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the colors of the contour creams that they chose. Let me tell you why. Recently, one thing that I've been doing and one thing I've been obsessing over is using really cool grayish tones to contour. Not only does it look more natural in my opinion, but it really accentuates your natural contours of your face. One of the biggest places that I like need a grayish cool tone is for my nose. I always found that the cooler tones look a lot more natural as opposed to the warmer, more orangey shades. It kind of just maybe looks a little bit less natural in my opinion. So that was one thing that I noticed while doing the demo. You guys will kind of see my first-hand reactions as I apply everything. I wasn't so sold on the contour shades, but with a little setting powder and using a cooler tone over it, it really kind of balanced it out. So that was, I guess, a really good thing. So you just need to make sure if you are using these warmer orangey shades, you need to set it with something with a cooler tone. That way you're not looking orange, you're not looking too warm. It kind of will just balance it out, make it look like it's the real contours of your face. And yeah, so I mean, I finished it off with some blush, some setting powder, and I kind of fixed it up a little bit. It's not one of those products, in my opinion, that you could just put a little highlight, put a little contour, and then you're good to go. You need to do other steps with it. So that is something to keep in mind when you guys are purchasing it. I am such a makeup junkie, and I can't get enough of anything that comes in a kit like this. But I have to say, if you guys are gonna splurge, maybe go for the powder contour over the cream contour first. Test it out, because you can always just use your foundation, concealer, use a little bit of a powder contour highlighter, and you're good to go. With the cream, it's kind of a lot more steps, a lot more layers. For those of you guys for an everyday natural look, it's probably going to be too many layers. For those glam girls out there that really love thick cake makeup and you don't mind a couple layers, then I think these kits will be great for you. Again, they're super blendable. I would have to say, out of 1 through 10, I would rate these kits like a 7. And I feel bad because I swear every single product that I've ever tried from Anastasia, I literally died over. Like, her brow products are incredible. The highlighting contour book, when I got sent that, I literally shed a tear. It was like this big, every shade, freaking amazing. And I am so in love with the contour kit, the powder version. It's been sold out everywhere, and I don't blame it. It's amazing. But I have to say, I'm hoping with the cream series, she comes out with more shades, kind of like the powder series, so that way we can just go in right with that cool tone contour shade, and then just set it with some setting powder and be good to go, and that's all you have to do. So, we'll see. I guess time will tell. I know right now they're not in stock on her website. I just wanted to get this up and talk to you guys about it, because I feel like when something's sold out, it's like crack. You like need it. You're like, oh my god, it's sold out. Like, what's worse than that? I need the product even more. Believe me, I have been one of those people. If it's sold out, I literally want it 900 times more, even if it's not that good of a product. So I'm gonna say, just relax, don't freak out. If it's sold out, if you guys want to try it, 1,000,000% try it. They're great products, but I don't think it's going to replace my normal contour highlight routine products. I prefer using just concealer and then a darker foundation contour, and then just kind of setting it with a contour highlight powder. So that is just my preference. Everybody likes something different. Try these out. If any of you guys have tried them out, let me know your opinion. Of course, my opinion is not the only one that matters, but I just didn't want everyone to think it's like the newest, greatest, best thing to ever come out and everyone needs their hands on it, because I didn't personally feel that way. Although I was so excited to get them, I'm not gonna lie. They're so pretty to look at, but I have to say, just a little bit disappointed in the contour shades. But hopefully, again, they will come out with some other shades. That way we can mix and match a little bit. But that is really it for all I have to say about the palettes. I hope I was helpful in some way. I don't want to say don't go out and buy it if you guys were really, really set on it. I do think they're great. It's just not for everybody. So that is my review on the new Anastasia kits. I will have swatches of all of them shown in a minute. I'll show you the swatches, and then stay tuned if you want to see the demo of the product. So the kit I'm going to use today is the light kit. When I first played around with these, I tried out the medium kit because I had a spray tan, so I was a little bit darker. So let's try out this bad boy. The first thing that I'm noticing that maybe is a little bit annoying in my mind is that there's no cool shade contours colors. I prefer like a grayish brown to contour with, because it kind of is more natural. It looks more like the actual contours of your face. So, I mean, most people aren't going to go out and buy all 3 shades. You're going to really buy the kit that works best for you. So I guess I'm just going to use the darkest color with this small Morphe MB19 brush, and I'm going to start contouring my nose. The one place that I feel is like necessary to use a cool tone contour shade is the nose. I've used orangey shades before and it just never really looked that good on me. So, I mean, let's just test it out before I make any judgments. Then taking my MAC 130 brush, I'm picking up that same brown color and I'm going to start contouring my cheeks. I have a nice little pimple right there. I think I realized what that pimple was from though. Last night I was on the phone for like a half hour and I was like, ow, my pimple's bothering me. And I realized I hold my phone literally right here all the time. And I wonder if that pimple's from my phone. And then right after that I went and got Windex and cleaned my phone, because if you think about it, like how dirty are our cell phones? Like they touch every single surface and we're constantly putting it near our face. We're constantly touching it and it's kind of really gross. So if you guys are watching this, go clean your cell phone with something with antibacterial in it, because clearly it can cause pimples. So as I'm applying this, I have to be honest, I don't like how orangey it is. I don't know, let me try the medium kit. Maybe the medium kit will have a better shade. The medium kit has a few different shades, but it looks like the darkest shade in the light is the middle shade on the bottom here. So let me pick a little bit of the color Chocolate Up from the medium palette. Looks a little bit less orange. Yeah, this color is definitely better. It's very dark though, and my skin's very light right now because I don't have a tan. So one mistake I always made, let me just share with you while I am doing this, is I used to cut off my chin a little bit and draw the line, but now I have a very weak chin, I feel like, so now I've been just contouring completely under my jawbone to really balance out my face a bit. So if you guys have a longer, wider chin, feel free to contour higher up to kind of cut off your chin a bit. If you guys have a smaller chin, you can go right under the bone and it's going to make it look a little bit bigger. Or just longer, and just to kind of match the rest of your face. So now I'm really regretting the nose. I guess let me pick a little bit of the color Chocolate back up to go over it. Maybe it'll... So you guys know I am obsessed with highlighting and contouring. I've personally tried every item out there on the market. One, because I'm obsessed with highlighting and contouring and I want to find the best products, but also because I find if I'm going to be sitting up here giving you guys advice on what to buy and what not to buy, I need to test out everything to really see what works best and what doesn't. So now let's move on to the highlight. The light kit has banana, vanilla, and cool pink, and then the medium kit has banana, cream, and warm coral. The warm coral, when I first tried out this kit, I used it as a cream blush, the coral, and it actually showed up really, really pretty. But I now know that it is actually a corrector. So if you guys watched my previous how to erase your dark circles, I mentioned an orange concealer. This coral color will work just as well if you guys want to really brighten up your under eyes. I'll link that video if you guys want to learn a little bit more about that, but I'm using the same 130 brush. I have two of them, so I'm using the one that I didn't just use. I can always tell because one looks a lot darker. And I'm going to pick up from the light kit, I'm going to go back to the... If you guys could only see what I create as like a table while I'm filming, it's honestly the dumbest thing. I have my old makeup case, a Chanel sunglass case, and then my mirror balancing on it. I'll take a picture and link it so you guys can see, but it's ridiculous. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna pick up the color Banana and Vanilla and mix it and apply it right under my eyes. So I already applied foundation and concealer before I started this. I didn't apply any powder, so that's all that I did beforehand. Don't mind this band-aid on my hand. You guys probably already know because I bring it up almost in every video. I burned myself about 2 months ago, got infected. I went to the dermatologist. He gave me an antibiotic and a cream for the past 2 weeks. Still did nothing for me. I'm going to the dermatologist actually in 2 hours. So hopefully he tells me that it looks okay and it's just healing, but it does not look okay. I just had to cover it for the video because I want you guys to really learn and not just stare at this gross burn on my hand. So, if you guys don't know where the highlights go, goes underneath where you would put your concealer in like a downward triangle. We're going to put it in between our brows, a little bit on my forehead. I have a big forehead, so I like to just keep it very minimal on the forehead. Down the bridge of my nose. Around my lips, on my chin, and just blend it. Then I'm just going to take my damp beauty blender and just start blending in all the sharp lines. So now that I'm blending it out, it does look a lot better. It's very easy to blend. It's really creamy, which is nice. Whenever I do a cream contour, I never leave it cream. I always set it with a powder. You can use the contour kit if you want to contour a little bit further. But if you want to just leave it as a very natural contour, you can just use some setting powder to kind of set everything. So I'm taking my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm using my damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to apply it under my eyes. Basically, wherever you highlighted, you want to apply this. To set the contour, I'm using this color right here. This one is a very cool tone contour color, so I guess if you're using a more orangey, warmer shade for the cream, I recommend setting it with an ashier, cooler tone powder. I'm picking up a little bit of that same powder with the brush that I used to contour, and I'm just going to go right over it. So that is it for now. Definitely keep me posted on any hit or miss series that you guys want to see next. Let me know what products you guys are dying to try out, but you're a little bit on the fence. I would love to review them for you guys. Again, I only use these products. This is my second time using them for this video, so it may grow on me. If anything changes in the future and I just all of a sudden find a new technique and it's the best product ever, I will let you guys know. But after 2 tries, about a 7 I'd give it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.